So we just got back from a unique experience over in Florida, staying on the West Coast in Weeki Wachee. And so this was a unique experience because one, we've never heard of this place, and two, we had to do one of the coolest adventures we have ever had. And that is swimming with, well, you're gonna have to watch the rest of the video, but we stayed at the Manatee Landing Retreat. Well, I might have given away by the name of the resort, but we stayed at this place. And so in this week's video, we're gonna give a full review of the Manatee Landing Retreat and why we think this might be the place for you and your next family adventure. Cue the intro and let's get into it.
What's up YouTube? Trevi from the Adventure Buddies, the modern travel family, bringing you another video filled with tips, tricks, and inspiration to make sure you maximize your next family adventure like we always do here at the Adventure Buddies.
So first, let's go over the location. So Manatee Landing Retreat is actually located in Weeki Wachee, as I indicated earlier. So that's going to be a little bit north of Tampa, or it's going to be 2 hours to the west of Orlando. So right on the Gulf Coast. And so this is going to be the perfect location for you and your family's next adventure. So let's get into what this resort has to offer. So first, let's talk about the actual room. So the Manatee Landing Retreat was a converted motel. So they've converted that motel into 5 different rooms where you can rent out and stay. And so in those 5 rooms are going to have various layouts, but they're all going to be able to sleep a similar amount of people. So typically anywhere between 3 to 5 individuals. And so they're going to have beds, they're going to have a full kitchen, a full bath, etc. So everything that you need inside there. Plus it's going to be air conditioned because it can get hot and muggy in Florida. So next, let's talk about the actual price. How much does it actually cost to stay there? So the cost on average, what we found to be, is about $155 plus some various cleaning fees, as they do book through Airbnb. And so it should be noted that the majority of the rooms seem to have been priced the exact same, and they are relative in size. However, they do have a bit of its own uniqueness, so we do encourage you to look into each of those rooms. But each of those rooms, as I mentioned before, has a full bath, a full kitchen, beds, couches, etc., and everything that you need. Speaking of things that you need, let's take a look on the outside in the backyard of this resort, because that's where all the fun is going to happen. So on site in this actual resort, you're going to be met with kayaks, paddleboards, fishing poles, a fire pit, a deck, a water trampoline, etc. And so you're going to have everything that you need to do to have fun in the sun. And so whether you want to jump in the water, whether you want to paddle around and try and find some manatees, they're going to have everything that you need there. Or maybe you're feeling a little bit artistic and you want to tap into that artistic side. You want to paint some rocks. You actually want to leave your handprint as a memory for other guests to come. They have everything that you need to tap into that artistic side here at Manatee Landing Retreat. However, the favorite thing about this actual trip was the private access that we got to the state park. So with our guest admission for Manatee Landing Retreat, we're able to go to a special secluded park. This park was great because it had secluded access to the river. And so that river we had to ourselves. We had a dock where we could jump off of. There was a stand for volleyball. There was grills for grilling out. And there's just an opportunity to be immersed by nature. And so this was some of the bluest and clearest river water we have ever seen. And so this made for great kayaking. This made for great paddleboarding. This made for great fishing. Jake caught a ton of largemouth bass. When I say ton, he spent 2 hours and caught over 30 of them in one sitting. So super impressive. But our most and probably favorite aspect of this was the gold mine to find all the manatees. And so again, you have to be super respectful and super careful of these manatees. And so not to get too close to disturb them, but seeing these animals in their natural habitat, well, that was pretty special, and brought to you all by the Manatee Landing Retreat. So as we talked through the rooms, we talked through the prices, we talked through some of the amenities, the one thing that they did not have that was offered there was dining. And so it should be noted that just like a normal hotel or motel, etc., that they didn't have dining on the actual resort, which was no problem at all because Weeki Wachee had a ton of different restaurants to do. And so our favorite one was the Silver Dolphin restaurant, and we highly recommend you checking that out for breakfast because that food was unbelievable. And then speaking of other things to do in Weeki Wachee, we highly encourage you to do so. We didn't have the time or opportunity to do so, but they actually have a live mermaid show at the state park. You heard me right, a live mermaid show. So that's something that the town is known for, and we highly encourage you to put that on your itinerary the next time here in Weeki Wachee here in Florida. So there you guys have it, our full review of the Manatee Landing Retreat. And so this was a super unique experience. One, to just have a bonded, immersive experience with nature and with the manatees in itself. And so this allowed us an opportunity to just spend the next 2 days just slowing down and taking in each other's company, having great conversations with some of the other guests, and was just a really unique opportunity to do when we explored Florida in our recent spring break trip. And so we highly recommend, if you're in the area, you're in Tampa, you're near Orlando, we highly recommend you checking out the Manatee Landing Resort in Weeki Wachee. And so if you like this video, please consider giving us that big thumbs up. Hit that red subscribe button for more travel tips and adventures. And most importantly, remember, life's an adventure. Who you going on with?